with the magic done, we've got Hololive. So this is going to be fun because I don't know like any Hololive like at all. I literally bought this because I know everyone else likes Hololive, and I had said that if I could find a box and it was reasonably priced, I'd open it. So we're doing that. I'm not going to regret this. It would be nice if I opened something money, but like, yeah, I figure you guys will be like, damn, that's awesome, and like, awesome, like, cool. Then we'll know. Also, if you're, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. How you doing? I opened one pack of this on stream the other day because I thought I'd only ever find the one pack, not knowing my local card store would just get in boxes. And I way overpaid for that pack. So this has apparently got 12 packs. See how it goes. If it'll open. Come on. Come on. Just open. Just open. There you go. Doesn't look like we get a promo card of any type. Good luck on your fishing arc. There we go. Even though I move these off camera, I always still like to just, you know, do that. And maybe we'll keep this one on camera. Who cares? So yeah, definitely. That is a thing I'm about to do. Yep. So we got 6 and 6. Well, nah, we'll pop it off there. Okie dokie. Let's see what we get. Hololive Blooming Radiance. So this is, to the best of my knowledge, I think there's more than one set out in Japanese, but this is the first English set, right? That's why this is a big deal, because it hadn't come out in English before. And this isn't a Hololive version of a different... this is Bushiroad produced, I believe. This is not a Hololive version of an existing Bushiroad game. This is its own playable card game. So, I don't know the rules for it. Oh, okay. Space Magic cards are definitely dope. All lurking is good. Hope you're having a good time and enjoying. Big these packs are. Yeah, they're sizable. I wouldn't argue they're bigger than Magic. Magic's got a little more of the, like, crimped bit. It is bigger if you ignore the crimped bit. If you go from just base plastic to top of it, they are bigger. You're right, yeah. Magic just has a lot of overhang on the side of it. Alright, let's see if I can open this without damaging the cards. Thank you. Sometimes full tabs work, sometimes they don't. Oh, I should also say, what are we looking for? There. So I assume SEC in OUR are the big ones, but I could be mistaken. Usually common, uncommon, rare, double rare, and OSR, those are probably the common ones. It's any of the parallel ones that are probably, yeah. For Magic and resale? Of course they would. People always find a way to try to, you know, scam someone. Songs on loop? Are they, I mean, no, but, you know. Alright. Orochrony. I'm going to pronounce every name wrong, not intentionally. KFP, yes, of course. Yep. Takane Louis. Yeah, I'm almost certainly going to pronounce things wrong. It is not intentional. I'm just stupid. Vestia Zeta. Kobo Kaneru. I know that these work like other sets from Bushiroad, where the foil is almost always the back card. So if you see a cool looking card that's not the final card, that's usually rarer. So, that makes you my enemy. Hoshimachi Suisei's microphone, and then our pack rare, Takane Louis. And the basic foils look cool. They're fine. Like, it looks alright. Put that there. But usually if you spot something that's in the slot that's not the final slot, that'll be the one that's like, oh, this is something more important. Whereas the final one's just, come on. Some pull tabs work great, some pull tabs work trash. It's fine. That's one thing that Magic usually does pretty good, with rare exceptions. Their packs usually open in a comfortable way. Not so easy that they fall apart, but not so hard that you're having trouble with it. Cannot say the same for all Bushiroad packs. Jobs. Yep. It happens, but it is way less common in my opinion. Nanashi Mume. Hakos Bales? Cheer. You know, gotta have energy. Ah, this is a... Where would it show? Probably on the bottom. I can't see that close. This is a S? Where does S play into things? Oh, S. There you go. So it's something. Some sort of parallel. I don't know what S stands for, but there you go. Bestia Zeta. That's some sort of rarer card. I don't really know what the S stands for, but that's fine. Don't have to know. Looks like a S. I didn't say I was going to learn to play the game. I just promised to open a box. Takane Louis. Promise. And do you pronounce that Iris? 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 That's our regular rare. It definitely looks like a fairly simple TCG, but let's be honest. They didn't need to make it complex. They just needed to make it Hololive. Again, literally one of the regulars at the card store who I found out after that event had happened, had gone to round one exclusively for the Hololive event and got most of the plushies. Like, he did a good job on those crane machines. I mentioned that they had a box of this there. Didn't even ask the price. Just ran to the front of the store to open a box right before the pre-release. So, Hololive fans gonna enjoy it. Encore. You don't have to make the game, great. You just, have to have waifus. Kazuma Iroha. Wild Rabbit Alliance. Sure, yeah, of course. Muna Voshinova? Ooh, okay, what's this? That is a double rare. Okay. I can't quite, I can move it close to the camera, but the focus isn't set up to see something that small. I could change it, but I don't want to. Ozki is our double rare. Okay. This is the first printing of it in English. I believe there's one or two sets in Japanese, so it's pretty new. Yeah, this is not a Hololive set of an existing card game. This is a Hololive card game. Takanashi Kiara? Cute. Not foil, so not important, clearly. Nanashi Mume. Hoshimachi Suisei. Yeah, so any I'm gonna list these afterwards, but if there's any of them that aren't I don't think they're gonna sell for much. I think maybe the double rare or the S, anything that's not a big seller that's still foil. I am gonna message my friend from the card store to be like, hey, do you want any of these? Because if they're a fan and I'm not, I'd rather, if I'm just gonna sell them for 10 cents or throw them out, I'm not gonna throw them out. I'd rather they go to someone. Is my standards are too high? Yeah, fair. Even though I believe it's the same distributor. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not Bushiroad. I thought it was. It says cover, so it might not actually be. I've been calling it Bushiroad, but I don't think it is. I thought it was the same distributor. I seem to be mistaken. I don't know where I got that. Maybe it's because they resemble them. But yeah. Amane Kanata. I don't think I've ever opened a Dragon Ball box on camera, have I? I should buy those. Dragon Ball cards look dope as hell. The Dragon Ball hits look amazing. Even the cards that aren't really super valuable, and the ones that are super valuable look so good. Watson, Amelia? Hoshimichi Suisei, Muna Hoshinova, Oxy, or is it Ozki? Screwed up two of those letters. Amane Kanata, Muna Hoshinova, and our pack rare is Irani Lofi La Fiften? That's a name. Staring at it, brain turning off. This is Pokemon. If you're gonna emulate something, emulating the early days of Pokemon in terms of an accessible but still playable TCG is a smart decision. It just is. Yeah, that's the thing. These cards are only going to age more and more as time goes on and more people, retire or graduate. Alright. Amane Kanata. Omaru Polka. Friend. Yep, that's a friend. Red Cheer. Ooh. What is that? That is a SR, so that's probably something. Muna Hoshinova. That I'm going to just instinctively put in a sleeve, right? Right? We put things that look like that in sleeves. That's how we do around here. That's the rules. Where does SR stand on definitely, if I opened more of this, I would know. Okay, so SR is above the S we got earlier. So that's our rarest one for sure. Card looks cool. The foil looks good. Like, anytime you get a full art, I do, you know, while I do not care about Hololive much, and I'm not going to play this card game, I do appreciate that your average card is full art. Most card games don't do that. They have the text box and they reserve the full art for the rarer cards. And you know, I respect that they're like, people want to see these characters. This is why they're buying them. Make it full art. That's kind of cool. Like, I actually respect that. Just check it real fast. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's on TCGPlayer. Hakos, Bales, and Nanashi Mumie. Actually, do you know what? Oh, they probably... So the TCGPlayer app can scan cards, but I think it's only the big three. I think it's Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic, Pokemon. I don't think it's expanded past that. So I'll have to go manually search it myself, but that's fine. I will check these afterwards. I was about to say I could just give it a quick scan. I mean, I could always just go to my second monitor and type it in. 3 paragraphs of effects covering the entire card. Yeah, it makes the text a little less readable in general, but I feel like they've done a good job of making the important text. Like, they gave it a thick enough border that it's generally readable. It's not as immediately parsable as some other games, but I think for this, it's a trade-off that makes sense. Oh, hey, I'm familiar with this character. Usada Pekora. I have 5-starred her in Death Stranding 2, finally. We are sweat in this game, not simp, and you came to the wrong game! Tokino Sora. Kotori. A green cheer. Yeah, like, the cheers read so hard as Pokemon Energy. Like, that's how I kind of knew this must have been Pokemon adjacent, because, like, the cheer more than anything reads so hard as just Pokemon Energy. Idle microphone. Hoshimachi Suisei. Henlight. And pack rare Usada Pekora. We got a double Pekora. There you go. Looks cute, looks foil, very reflective. Alright, that's the halfway point. We're on to the next one. Kotori means little bird. Oh, that checks out. Why would I have a Peko command? And if I did, why wouldn't it be Peko with a C for G-rank Kurapeka? If I were to do that, I would throw them into Oof, honestly. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but I think it's funnier to have them show up in Oof myself. But I could do that. Until Death Stranding Pekora ends up as a card? Don't know. I guess it depends on how long this goes and whether I want to do the tie-in. Ankimo? That's a card. Hakos Bales. I almost didn't even notice it had text. It's also a bold choice to have her shirt riding up like that with "Witness Me" over her boobs. That is a choice. That is a card, man. Aki Rosenthal. Stone Axe. We have a double rare again. Tokino Sora. Looks pretty decent. The double rares get like a little texture to the foil, which I like. Hololive Indonesia Generation 3. Oro Crony. And pack rare Usada Pekora. We now have 3 of her. Well, 2 rares, 3 cards. But all different art. I mean, if you're gonna have the main draw be the VTubers, having multiple different outfits and cards and poses, I agree. That's good art. That looks like Grand Blue art to me. Like, I look at that and I'm like, that's the Grand Blue artist. I don't know if it actually is, but it's definitely, if not the artist, the style. That's very much that style, and she looks good at it. Come on. Violin equals atelier. Yeah, it kind of tends to be that way. Not exclusively, but you know. Echo's a Grand Blue fan. Oh, okay. That would check out then, yeah. Kobo Kaneru? Azuki Ganmo. A White Cheer. Ah, we have a double rare. Yep, double rare again. Vestia Zeta. Very textured foil, like that. Is it bad that, like, the black and white diamond pattern, to me, it's still absolutely just like, oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2. Yep, Kingdom Hearts 2. That's Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, it's been so long. It's been 20 years. And it still 100% reads to me as Kingdom Hearts 2. Ariani Lofiften. Hate that last name. It's not bad at it. Takane Louis and Shira Nui Flare. There. I can name and word. And the wing is 30 years old. Yeah. 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 I was talking to one of the people at the card store yesterday. And I was talking about how I was playing. When I started playing, the first big set after I started was the Mirrodin block, the Scars of Mirrodin Phyrexian block. And they're like, yeah, no, I wasn't playing that. I was in middle school, and I was just like, oh, I died more inside. I mean, I never feel as old as I do while streaming. But, you know, I could feel my knees give out a little bit in that exact moment. Takane Louis, troop member. Because, like, not only was I out of high school and whatever by then, by the time I was playing Magic, at that point, I was living in the city with my at-the-time girlfriend. Like, I was out of college by then. So, yeah. Hoshimachi Suisei. Takanashi Kiara? Is this foil? This is a S. Okay, I still don't know what S is, but here's another S. Azuki. Tale of the Moon and the Wabbit. Iris and pack rare Takanashi Kira. Alright, we got what, 3 left? I don't know if we're gonna top this for the box. I'd like to, but I don't know if we're gonna. 2 S's seems okay, I guess. Again, I'd opened to this before. See, that's people like to point at me and be like, Viper has great luck. It's like, no, you only see the wins. Aki Rosenthal, that is some cleavage, yo. Hot damn. Nanashi Mume? Pioneers. Oh, jeez. What the hell is that? That is a OSRO. Oh, hold on. That is high on our list. Right? That's high on the non-parallel side. I don't know where that falls in the... I don't know what the difference between parallel and not parallel is, but it's fancy looking. I dig the look. We're putting it in the sleeve. The card looks cool. I don't know the character, but that isn't surprising to anyone here. Like, I feel like on paper, this one seems to be rarer, but I think this one looks fancier. This one's fancy enough to break the UI. Like, the UI is different on this one. The names on the bottom, like, it's just different. So I feel like, I don't know. They're still cool. It is kind of funny that we got a red and a blue. This is kind of like purple, but, you know, it's close enough. It's red and blue. Not bad. All right. Those are definitely our biggest 2. Kobo Kaneru. Azuki Toniko Sora. And Oru Kroni. Definitely saying that wrong. That is also a lot of boopage. Just a whole lot of boopage. I can see the appeal of VTubers. See 2 very large appeals. not, all jokes aside, I understand why they are popular and people watch them a ton. I've never really gotten super attached to anyone. I feel like the most I've ever watched a VTuber that isn't Jude. Jude is absolutely a VTuber. Oh, hey, look, I absolutely watched Jude, but I'm not overly counting Jude because, like, they were part of the Viperland squad before they were a VTuber. And I watched them mostly because of that, not because of the aspect of VTuber. But I would argue the only one I ever really watched much of is Lucy Pyre. I guess I also watch a bit of Shenpai on YouTube, but again, I watched her before she started doing VTubing stuff, and it's more that I just think her and her group of friends are entertaining than it is they are VTubers. But if we count those two, we count those two. They're definitely not Hololive. So we finally got Mori Calliope. OURs are alt arts of the OSRs. Oh. Was this OUR or OSR? This is OSR, not an OUR. So an OUR would be nutty, I assume. Yeah, an OUR would be crazy. An OSR is still probably good, but an OUR would be bananas. Highest rarity of the normal variants of the card. Okay, cool. Thank you much, Sora. Aki Rosenthal. Here's Irani Lofiftin? I hate that name. So sorry. Oh, damn. We got a... Oh, just a double rare. Double rare, like, it has a physical texture, too. Omaru Polka. Like the look of the card. Very colorful. Super colorful. Vestia Zeta. Usada Pekara. I'll space in. How's it going? Welcome to Viperland chat. So this is basically Pokemon? Apparently. I'm not learning how to play it, but it seems that way, and Sora says it's about that way, and I trust Sora. So... yeah, we'll play it for real. Cool. That's awesome. And our pack rare, Shirogane Noel. Do they have a waist? Is there a waist there? I don't... I only see arm. I don't see waist. But okay, you know, who needs internal organs? I mean, technically, not VTubers by default. They absolutely don't. Yeah, that must, like, the waist must be arms width and just hidden behind it, for sure. But the art makes it look like it's not there. Alright, last pack. What do we got? Azuki, Nanashi Mume, Kobo Kaneru, Takanashi Kiara, Omaru Polka, Nanashi Mume, Kazama Iroha, and our last pack rare, Kobo Kaneru. Not bad. Yeah, there don't seem to be a ton of common uncommons in this. It really seems like the variety is in the bigger cards, so, you know, not that I know any Hololive stuff, but I gotta say that, like a lot of card games, the hits look good. These cards look dope as hell. The foil looks really good, you know. Commander from Magic together, okay, not bad. I don't know if these are sellable in TCGPlayer. Not every card game is, so I'll have to check. If not, I'll figure something out. But the hope is to list them. And if not, you know, give them to my friend who likes Hololive. It'll be fine. Yeah, so that's the end of the card opening. Gonna stop the recording for that.